Hi, hello, welcome to MS Academy. Please do like, share and subscribe my channel. In the previous video, we have learned about 10th class 3rd chapter acids, bases and salts. We have discussed about the reaction of metals with the acid and reaction of metals with the metal hydrogen carbonate, acids with metal hydrogen carbonate and metal carbonates. Yes, and in today's class, let us learn about neutralization reaction. What do you mean by neutralization reaction? Yes, neutralization reaction is nothing but when we combine an acid with a base. When acid is combined with base, it forms salt and water. Yes, let us see here the example. Acid I am taking HCl, base I am taking NaOH. When acid reacted with base, as HCl reacted with NaOH, it forms its salt plus H2O. Salt, NaCl, we all know that it's a salt and it forms water. Yes, so that is nothing but the reaction between acid and base is called as neutralization reaction. Yes, neutralization reaction is nothing but when acid reacted with base, it forms salt and water. Yes, and next reaction of acid with metal oxides. Yes, metal oxide. How metal oxide is formed? When any metal reacted with oxygen, it forms metal oxide. Yes, so here I am taking metal oxide. Yes, copper oxide. We all know copper is a metal. When it reacted with oxygen, it forms copper oxide. Yes, when copper oxide reacted with acid, acid is nothing but HCl. When copper oxide reacted with acid, it forms copper chloride plus H2O. Copper chloride plus H2O. Copper chloride again it's nothing but it's a salt and it forms H2O, it's a water. Metal oxide reacting with acid, it forms salt plus water. Now just you compare this equation with the neutralization equation. Yes, so metal oxide plus acid gives salt plus water. From these two equations, it is very clear that the products whatever we got, salt plus water are same. So compare the reactions. From this comparison of reactions with the neutralization equation, it is very clear that metal oxide is acting like a base. Yes or not? So when we take metal oxide as a base, base plus acid gives salt plus water. Yes. So from this we can say metal oxide is acting like a base. Okay, metal oxide is acting like a base. Next, non-metal. When non-metal oxide reacted with base, non-metal oxide reacted with base. So here non-metal oxide I am taking carbon dioxide, base copper hydroxide, CuOH taken twice, plus carbon dioxide. We all know carbon dioxide is a non-metal oxide. Yes, carbon dioxide is a non-metal oxide. It forms salt plus water. Again you compare this equation with the neutralization equation. Yes, so when we compare this equation with the neutralization equation, we can say that non-metal oxide is acting like a acid. Yes, so from these two equations, it is very clear that metal oxide is acting like a base, non-metal oxide is acting like an acid. Okay, so from these two we can say that metal oxide is acting like a base, non-metal oxide is acting like an acid. Yes, how can we say? When we compare that equation with the neutralization equation. Yes, is it clear? Next, what do acids have in common? Yes, what do acids have in common? Yes, acids lo common ga manaki em kanipistundi? That is the question. Yes, so here in order to know what acids have common, let us do a small activity. What is that activity? Means let us take a beaker. And in that beaker take two graphite rods. Now connect the circuit as shown in the figure. With the help of connecting wires, one end of the connecting wire you connect to a bulb and the other end to a graphite rod, and next the other end of the bulb connect to a switch or a plug, and the another end you connect to the another graphite rod. Yes, another graphite rod. In this way you connect the circuit. So what is our aim? What does acids produce? Okay, what is a common thing we can see in acid? The same activity can be asked in different ways. Let us see one after the other. Now here I have taken the chemicals. What are the chemicals we are taking? HCl. What are the apparatus we are taking? Connecting wires, a bulb, a switch and a graphite rods. Yes. Now here when I take HCl, when I add HCl into this beaker, you can observe the bulb glows. You can observe the bulb glows. So here bulb is glowing means what we can say? That we can say that acids produce electricity. Yes. So who is helping acids to produce electricity? Yes, the ions which are present in acid. So what ions does acids produce? Acids produce H plus ions. Acids produce H plus ions. These H plus ions help the bulb to glow. These H plus ions help the bulb to glow. So what does acids have in common? Now we can say that acids have H plus ions in common. These H plus ions help the bulb to glow. They produce electricity. H plus ions present in acid, H plus ions which are present in acids make the bulb to glow. Okay. So from this we can say that what acids have common? So acids have H plus ions in common. So now the same activity how can be asked? Let us see here. Now I have two chemicals with me. Let us take, one is acid, one is base. I don't know which one is acid, which one is base. I have taken two chemicals. Now I want to identify which chemical is acid, which chemical is base. So the same activity, our aim. What is our aim? Our aim is to identify whether the chemicals are acids or bases. So for that, the same apparatus, a beaker, acid base chemicals, connecting wires, graphite rods, bulb and a switch. Yes. Now here when I pour acid into this beaker, the bulb glows. The bulb glows. As the bulb is glowing, we can say that why the bulb is glowing? Because acids contain H plus ions. Yes. Now instead of HCl, if I take a base NaOH, okay, we know that NaOH is a base. Now when I take base in this, so here the bulb will not glow. Why? Because bases contain which ions? OH minus ions. Bases contain OH minus ions. These OH minus ions are not responsible for the bulb to glow. OH minus ions are not responsible for the bulb to glow. Understood? So here bulb is glowing means it is an acid. Bulb is not glowing means it is a base. How can we say? Because acids contain H plus ions which are responsible for the bulb to glow. Bases contain OH minus ions which are not responsible for the bulb to glow. Yes. So the same activity can be asked. What are the common things which you can see? What are the common, what do acids have in common? That is the question. And the another question you can say, yes, whether the substance is, whether the chemical is acid or base. And the third, the same activity can be asked. Whether to say which one is strong acid, which one is strong acid, which one is weak acid. Yes, so the same activity we can do here and we can say whether the substance is strong acid or weak acid. For that, let us take the same apparatus, but here I am taking one strong acid. Okay, one strong acid. Let us assume HCl. We all know that HCl is a strong acid, and let us take one weak acid, acetic acid, CH3COOH. This is an acetic acid. Now I have taken the same apparatus we have to take. First I am taking HCl. Yes, I am taking HCl in this beaker. When I take HCl, you can observe the bulb glows with more intensity. Chala bright ga bulb velugutadi annattu. Okay na? When bulb glows with high intensity, then we can say that HCl is a strong acid. Now, after HCl, I am taking acetic acid, CH3COOH. I am taking acetic acid. Yes, so in this acetic acid, it contains less H plus ions. only few H plus ions will be present in this acetic acid. So you can observe the bulb glows with less intensity. With less intensity. When the bulb glows with more intensity, we can say that it is a strong acid. When the bulb glows with less intensity, we can say that it is a weak acid. Yes, why the bulb glows with more intensity in HCl? Because HCl contains more H plus ions. Why bulb glows with less intensity in acetic acid? Because acetic acid contains less H plus ions. Understood everyone? So this activity can be asked in different ways. What is our first? What do acids have common? For that we have to do the same activity. Coming to the second, they may ask you whether which chemical is acid or base. So for that what we have to do? We have to take two chemicals, one is acid and one is base. When you take acid, the bulb glows due to H plus ions, and in bases the bulb doesn't glow because it doesn't contain H plus ions, it contains OH minus ions. The same, the third he will ask you which one is strong acid, which one is weak acid. So for that we have to take two different acids. If bulb glows with more intensity, then it is a strong acid because it contains more H plus ions. If bulb glows with less intensity, it is a weak acid. Why? It contains less H plus ions. Yes, so that is the activity, one of the very important activity for your exam point of view. Next activity, do acids produce ions in aqueous solutions? Yes, so what is the question he asked here? Do acids produce ions in aqueous solution? What do you mean by aqueous solution? Let us see here. Aqueous solution is nothing but any chemical when you combine with water. When you combine with water, then the result whatever we are getting, that is nothing but an aqueous solution. A chemical naina manam water lo combine chese dani manam emantam aqueous solution. We call that solution as an aqueous solution. So here what he is asking, do acids produce? So already in the above activity we have learnt that acids produce H plus ions. So what is the question he is asking here means, acids లో H plus ions ఎప్పుడు ప్రొడ్యూస్ అవుతాయి? aqueous solutions లో కంబైన్ చేసిన తర్వాతనే H plus ions ప్రొడ్యూస్ అవుతాయా అనేది క్వశ్చన్. ఓకే, what is the question he is asking? Acids produce H plus ions only in aqueous solution. So acids produce ions in aqueous solution or not, that he is asking. So for this let us do small activity. What is that? Now what is the activity we have to do? Take one test tube. Okay, take a test tube. Yes, I have taken a test tube, and to this test tube first I have taken salt, NaCl. Okay, so you can see the equation here. Yes, I have taken a salt and I have added an acid, sulfuric acid. Yes, to this salt I have added an acid. So here when I add acid to the sulfuric acid, it releases HCl gas. You can see an up arrow mark in this equation. Already we have learned in our second lesson, when up arrow mark is there means it releases gas. Okay, so here when I add these two chemicals, a gas is coming. Which gas is coming out? HCl. HCl gas is coming out. So till now we have learned. Yes, ఇప్పుడు పైన యాక్టివిటీలో కూడా ఇక్కడ కూడా మనం నేర్చుకున్నాం కదా, what we have learned, HCl is a acid. Yes or not? We have learned that HCl is a acid. Now here HCl gas is coming out. It's a dry HCl gas. Now HCl gas is coming out. Now if I take a blue litmus paper, I am taking a blue litmus paper and I am keeping on the top. Yes, I am taking a blue litmus paper and I am putting on the mouth. So when I take blue litmus paper, if I keep on the mouth of the HCl, actually what it has to change? It has to change from blue to red. Yes or not? It has to change from blue to red. When I keep a blue litmus paper on the mouth of the test tube, okay, but blue color will not change to red color. Blue color will not change to red color. Why blue color will not change to red color? Why? Because the gas which is coming, the HCl gas which is coming is completely, the HCl gas which is coming, it is a gas. Okay, it doesn't contain any aqueous solution. Now what I am doing, I am taking this blue litmus paper and I am dipping in water. I am taking this blue litmus paper and I am dipping in water. Now if I keep on the mouth of the test tube, then you can see that blue color changes to red color. So from this activity we can say that acids produce ions only in aqueous solution. Yes, so what is that activity? We have to acids produce ions only in aqueous solution. So for that what we are doing, I am taking a test tube. In the test tube I am taking NaCl and H2SO4. I am combining this. So when I combine this, a HCl gas will be coming out. Yes, when I take a litmus paper and if I keep the litmus paper on the mouth of the test tube, you can see that a blue color will not change to red color. Means the HCl gas which is coming out from the test tube, it is not an acid. Now I am dipping this litmus paper in water and I am putting on the mouth of the test tube. Then we can see that it changes to red color. So here it is very clear that acids produce ions only in aqueous solution. Yes, acids produce ions only in aqueous solution. So మనకి ఇక్కడ ఈ యాక్టివిటీలో ఏమర్థమైంది, acids H plus ions ఎప్పుడు ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేస్తే ఎప్పుడైతే అది aqueous solution ఉన్నప్పుడే ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేస్తారు. Yes, I think you all have understood this topic. Yes, if you have any doubts, please put in the comments. Thank you. Please do share, subscribe my channel. Thank you.